Hello guys, welcome to part 2 of Winnie the Pooh. Let's get started. In another part of the wood, Pooh, Piglet, and the rest of the friends were laying the trail of items. Rumble, went Pooh's tummy, unhappy that honey had yet to come its way that day. Pooh did his best to ignore it. Then something very strange happened. Pooh's shadow stopped looking like a Pooh Bear and started looking like a honey pot. Next, the flowers and trees and even the ground beneath Pooh's feet melted into a giant wave of honey. He rode the wave to a honey beach where he swam beneath a honey ocean. Pooh was so blissfully happy that he sang a honey song and danced a honey dance. Life was sweet. Poof. Pooh's beautiful daydream suddenly disappeared. His honey ocean was really a mud puddle. Pooh cleaned himself off and went on his way. After a few steps, he came up a picnic complete with a honey pot. Pooh ran to the pot and immediately fell into the pit that he and Piglet had dug earlier that day. The honey pot wedged itself tightly on his head. Unfortunately for Pooh and his tummy, it was empty. Meanwhile, Pooh's friends had arrived back at the pit and were looking everywhere for him. Then, all at once, they heard a loud voice. Thud, thud. The plan worked, Rabbit exclaimed. We caught the Baxon. The friends clung to each other in fear. All right, Baxon, said Rabbit as the group peered into the pit. Give us Christopher Robin back. Oh, bother, said Pooh, bumping into the walls. Pooh? Asked Rabbit. How are we ever going to get him out of there? Wondered Roo. Just then Eeyore arrived wearing an anchor for his last tail. Rabbit instructed his friends to throw the anchor into the pit so Pooh could use it to climb out. Whoa, the friends cried. The heavy anchor yanked them all down into the hole and knocked the honey pot off Pooh's head. Now they were all stuck. Only Piglet, who had been tossed high into the air, remained on the ground. Now it was up to Piglet to save everyone. Roo remembered that Christopher Robin owned a jump rope. The friends urged Piglet to go to the boy's house and get it. A terrified Piglet made his way uncertainly through the wood until he saw a red eye monster glaring down at him. The little fella ran and hid. Then the fog cleared and Pig realized the monster was only a balloon stuck in a tree. Piglet tugged and tugged, trying to free his friend. Suddenly, an enormous shadow fell over him. Sorry about that. Pig turned to face the monster. Baxon, he shouted. He held on tight to the balloon and ran off, but there was no Baxon, only Tigger dressed in the Baxon disguise. Now Tigger thought the Baxon was right behind him, and he ran off after his friend for help. Piglet, he cried. He knew my name. He knows my name, shrieked Piglet. Help! Balloon lifted Piglet up and away, but it was a very bumpy ride. Then Piglet spotted the pit in the distance. He thought if he could just reach it and his friends, he would be safe. He had nearly made it when Tigger crashed into him. Down into the pit they both tumbled along with an entire paragraph of letters.